No fuel, nothing.
Nothing, no fuel.
First in the world.
The first in the world.
Gets its power from the sky.
Yeah, from the radio frequency.
This one you happened in Zimbabwe.
Yes, we have done it in Zimbabwe.
Can you explain?
Yeah. So the vehicle it is powered with what we call a microsonic energy device. That is
That's after
yeah, the vehicle it uses what we call the microsonic energy device. The microsonic energy device it is the device that I personally invented in 2009, which harness radio frequencies, converted it into energy. As you know, radio frequencies they are measured in nanovolts, meaning to say they are less than a volt. They are just like nothing, but we find a way of harnessing it through the creation of the 70% of the components in the microsonic energy, which I've tailor-made, which I've designed. So those are the components that enable the radio frequency to be transferred into pure useful energy, and this is the first time in the world. With that technology, it violates the laws of energy in thermodynamics and also the first law of energy as well.
So they wanted to arrest him for changing physics.
Yeah, yes. Even when we tried to file a patent, they said we were violating the natural laws of physics. So it's not an industrial applicable. We decided to take the trade secret route after that. So with this car, you can also use it to power your house. It is a moving generator. When you drive from work back to your home, you can connect your power cable, then you can power your house. It gives you 15 kilowatts power to power your house. And the vehicle itself, it has got 160 kilowatts electric motor, which gives you a torque of about 320 to 380 newton meters of torque. That means it's fast. And we are talking of horsepower of around 215 horsepower. So when we compare this car with the same cars of this model, like the Toyota Urban Cruiser, you will see that this is efficient in everything. When you talk of load, our car it doesn't weigh much. It weighs 1,405 kgs only. When you talk of an urban cruiser, you're talking of about 1,800. So that means you can carry extra baggage in the vehicle. Top speed is 220 kilometers per hour. Yeah, which is fast. It has got two driving modes. We have got the sport mode, which will give you 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 2 seconds. That is very, very powerful. Then we've got what we call a normal drive. We were poisoned at that time. Dr. Teddy didn't make it. He died in January 2017. I survived by the grace of God. So I was always in Zimbabwe and United States of America until HE heard about myself. Then he invited
the president.
The president, yes. Then he invited me to come back and put my base in Zimbabwe. So right now I'm based in Zimbabwe. Best advantage. The driving range is unlimited. I charge square, I sweep my gates. Kungora mamchi driver for the next 20 years. And the motor is a true tower, she upper market, the Samurai number plates. From 2015 we have been working hard, testing it, homologations, CBCA certifications, ISO certifications, FCC standards, Jeseta Sagaya roadworthy. Even when it comes to Zimbabwe, it went through VID.
You are the inventor.
Yeah, I'm the one who invented the technology.
Once again, one of the greatest inventions from Africa. When we talk about every technology starting from Africa, most people say no, it's not. Starting with the pyramids construction in Egypt, talk about the walls of China, talk about the great inventions that has ever been in Africa. That's when we talk about the intelligence of the African people. And now in Zimbabwe, you have Chikumbutso, who's come up with a very, very brilliant way or a brilliant engine a brilliant car that most of the car manufacturers are onto his neck, that they're looking after him, they want to do away with him. You heard him say at a given point he visited the Silicon Valley in the United States, and he and his partner were poisoned. Lucky enough, he survived, but the partner did not survive. Why are they doing that? Why did they poison him? Because the revolution that is bringing within the motor vehicle industry is bigger and greater. And for those who have been in it for the longest time, would like to steal the technology from him so that they can make better and better and better cars. If you did not get him clearly, he said his invention of a car that doesn't need fuel, it doesn't need solar power, it only works with the radio frequency, can be driven for 20 years without going low or without losing charge. And he is one of the greatest inventors in Africa, and most of the guys, or most of the car techs are on his neck. They really want to do away with him. It's either he sells them the technology or they end him away, because the competition that this guy is bringing will be huge. Leave alone the Tesla motor cars or Tesla Cybertrucks that you've had with this technology. This one will take the car industry to the next level. Remember, most of the people are looking onto the efficiency of the cars. If you're buying a car, you're looking onto the efficiency of that car. How good is that car? How good is that car? How long can it drive you? Imagine someone giving you an option of a car that you just buy once, and you will never need to go to the petrol station or gas station again, or you'll never need to stand somewhere to charge. So once you bought it once and for all. So the only thing you need to change is the car tires and maybe some body works here and there when they are broken, or maybe you got a slight accident. That's the only thing you need to change. But the rest, you will never change it for the rest of your life. Imagine that deal. Would you go for that deal? Of course, every person every person will go for that deal. And that is the revolution that Chikumbutso is bringing into the world now. And remember, this guy is a form 2 school dropout. Like, he never finished up his school because the parents were not in a position to pay for his high school education and university education. The father is rumored to have been an electrician who had no much money to pay for this guy's secondary school education or university education. But he has dedicated his time and his knowledge and his passion on this for the longest. That is over 20 years. But now the results are here. And the Zimbabwean president welcomed him because he felt like the life of Chikumbutso was in danger and still in danger, and he gave him a safe haven. The question is, do you think the big tech, Toyota, Tesla, BMW, Range Rover, name all these car companies, big car companies that have been in the play for the longest, do you think they will allow him to continue doing this, or what will happen next? Once again, his life has been put in danger, has been poisoned, but he did not die by the grace of God. And we clap for that and say Africa is rising up for the greatest and to do much greater. Will he be the next person to take the world to the Stone Age, coming up with a technology that will, block and turn off all the satellites in the space and bring the world to peace again? Remember, the world is fighting now because of most of those satellites that have been placed into the space, where most of the big countries, most of the that is Russia, US, China, and all that, they're bragging of that because they know they have satellites in the air that can direct their missiles. Remember, all those missiles depends on the satellite information. With the dead satellites, there's no missile that can be launched because it will be so hard for it to get its course to the target. So will he also come up with a technology that will switch off all those satellites in the space and make a world a better place again? So it's such a great invention. Remember, it's not just about the cars. It has also a motorbike that is also working in the same way, that you just buy once. You don't never ever need to go to a fuel station or go to to an electricity charging point. You just need to use the radio waves around that are available over every place that we go, because of the cell phones that we use, the radio stations and the cell towers that are almost everywhere, covering each and every place. And remember, even the world itself can still produce those cell tower